What's up, y'all? Winnie here, and welcome back to the SP Foundation Wiki. Today we're going to be checking out Terminal Castaways, which honestly could mean anything. It could be castaway terminals, it could be terminal patients that are shipwrecked. It's Euclid, though, in Fort Lauderdale. Alright, special containment procedures. All flights exiting the Hollywood International Airport located in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, are to be fitted with surveillance and tracking devices in the luggage and on random passengers. Efforts to prevent the manifestation of 1494 phenomenon, such as transferring co-pilots over the age of 45, preventing planes built prior to 2008 from being used, and suppression of certain beverages on flights leaving the airport are being made. All testing of 1494 has been suspended at this time. Missing persons reports related to SCP-1494 are to be suppressed, with records being confiscated and replaced with censored versions. Relatives and law enforcement officers are to be given Class C amnestics. Description: SCP-1494 designates a phenomenon which occurs on flights leaving the Hollywood International Airport and heading to a location outside of the United States. Sometime during the flight, the plane may be reported to stop at a layover before exiting the United States. Passengers who remain on the plane during the layover experience no further anomalous effect other than reporting the unscheduled landing. The duration of the flight will not be altered, and radar tracking of the plane shows that no stops take place during the time of the 1494 phenomenon. The following conditions must be in place before this effect initiates. At least 70 passengers have to be on the plane. The plane must have been constructed at some point earlier than 2008. There's got to be Coca-Cola on board. The co-pilot has to be over the age of 45, and no air marshals or undercover Foundation personnel may be on board. Subjects who exit at the layover will enter a location which appears to be an exact replica of the Jacksonville International Airport terminal, which is fully staffed. All electrical outlets are functional, but communication equipment such as cellular phones and internet-capable devices will not charge. They will, however, function and receive signal until their power is depleted. Phone records will show the calls originated from the Hollywood International Airport. No planes have been observed approaching the departure terminals, and planes approaching the entrance terminal have originated exclusively from the Hollywood International Airport. It has been observed on several occasions for instances of SCP-1387 to arrive at departure terminals to initiate their anomalous effect on subjects stuck within 1494. How instances of 1387 are able to access 1494 is currently under investigation. Once within the terminal, if the subject attempts to exit the rest of the airport, they will be informed that they have been accused of a treasonous act and denied entry. Depending on their nation of origin, they may be accused of differing acts of treason. Subjects will believe the accusations are legitimate, whether or not they have committed any type of treason, or if the action they are accused of is even possible. Examples of treasonous accusations: one adult male from the United States was accused of selling classified information to American newspapers. Leaked information appeared to refer to the Strategic Defense Initiative Star Wars missile defense system being developed under Reagan administration. One juvenile female from France was accused of high treason against the crown and told that returning to their home or to any other state would cause them to be extradited and executed on the king's pleasure. The document bearing this information bore the royal mark of King Charles X of France. I don't know when he happened, but I feel like it's one of the impossible ones. One elderly male, who was identified as a citizen of the defunct Soviet Union, was informed they had been accused of sabotaging the revolution and for conspiring with counter-revolutionary forces. Accusations appeared to be similar to those given during the Stalinist purges of the 1930s. One group of subjects on vacation from an unrecognized state of the Nagorno-Karabakh Republic? The subjects were individually informed of an identical crime, destruction of classified documents, and given identical documentation purportedly from their home confirming this. And one adult male from the Dominion of Melchizedek Micronation, accused of refusal to remove the refuse from the backyard territories of the nations of the far beyond, resulting in an overspill and the sickness of Queen Fufu, the national pet. Okay. Subjects who have been accused of similar acts will frequently form small communes within the terminal, so communicating with security and administrative airport staff members about their current situations. As of the most recent observation, several small enclaves have been formed, which appear to sustain themselves on the concessions sold inside the terminal and the contents of new luggage brought into the airport. Buildings have been constructed out of suitcases, clothing, and refuse. In addition, a black market for items listed by the airport as contraband has been reported. SCP-1494 was initially reported on, I assume that's March 11th, 2008, and several passengers on board the redacted flight were reported to have gone missing during transit. After the reports of an unexpected and unknown flight destination reached Foundation personnel embedded in the Spirit Airlines Corporation, amnestics were distributed and investigation into the phenomenon was initiated. As of October the 4th, 2008, probably, SCP-1494 is considered to be a contained Euclid-level anomaly. Addendum. Investigation into activity at the airport notes that a plane which stopped at data expunged and had a layover at Fort Lauderdale International was later reported to be missing, with all passengers presumed lost. No trace of the flight has been found outside of the records seized by Foundation personnel following the flight. Notable information on the flight includes security camera footage does not corroborate records of the flight and show no signs of the plane or the passengers. The pilot and co-pilot were not referenced in any documentation related to the flight. A copy of the short story collection Nightmare at 20,000 Feet Horror Stories by Richard Matheson was recovered from the terminal and is believed to have originated with a passenger. Subjects within the airport reported hearing the sounds of metal being crushed during the time when the plane was at the gate. A ruined laptop computer was discovered on the runway. This computer is identical to those issued to airport security personnel. A copy of standard airport security protocols, heavily damaged, was recovered from the terminal and is believed to have originated with a passenger. So the addendum is that for some reason this one specific plane was destroyed instead of appearing at the other one, I guess? What it sounds like, at least. But I like I said, I know what it was going to mean by terminal, but I guess it meant airplane terminal. But also the people are never coming back, so I guess their existence is also technically terminal. But that's going to do it for this episode. If you liked it, like and subscribe would be groovy. If you didn't, don't. If you want to click the bell, you can do that as well so that you're notified of future uploads. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Later.